All right, what's up, everybody? Look, Solana's making the move that we talked about in yesterday's video, and I figured you would want an update, so here we go. So in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that Solana's price was running into this intersection between a key level of resistance here and a key level of resistance here. I said that if Solana's price is capable of breaking above this intersection, it could continue upwards to around $130 to $150. But I said that's the most unlikely scenario, and the most likely scenario is that this rejection is going to happen, pushing Solana's price back towards the downside. We talked about some possibilities for some short trades. I know some of you did open short trades with a stop loss around $107 to $108. So you are looking pretty damn good, especially if you open it around that $99 range. You're already up 7 to 8%. Likely 3 to 5x leverage puts you somewhere around 21 to 30, 40% in gains. So congratulations to all of you. But the question then now becomes, well, what happens now that we have been rejected off of this white line? Well, historically speaking, what happens is that we are going to continue to the downside, right? You get back test. You fail the back test and you continue lower. But what's beautiful about it, like we mentioned in yesterday's video, is that we are now confirmed in this descending channel. And when I tell you this is my favorite time of the bull market, it's my favorite time of the bull market. When my favorite cryptos are sitting at the top of a macro channel or a macro move to the upside, and they enter into these descending channels. The reason why is because they are so predictable and it's so easy to make at least some decent gains off of a move of this nature. Let me tell you why. 80 to 90% of the time during a bull market, this is exactly how this is going to go. The price is going to push to the downside to some given point. There's no way of knowing how far down it's going to go, but it's just going to continue downwards. Okay. It's going to continue down, continue down, continue down. One of two things is going to happen. It's either going to break to the downside and then recapture that support, don't flip this into resistance, recapture that support, and then look for a continuation and then break to the upside. Or it's not going to break to the downside. It's going to test the upside and then break to the upside. The likelihood of Solana breaking to the upside of this channel is between 80 to 90%, unless something catastrophic happens from a fundamental perspective. Okay. And so because of that, it's a pretty easy formula. On one end, as a dollar cost averager, someone who just holds Solana, someone who's a fan of Solana, I'm just going to dollar cost average. You guys know it holds 15% of my total portfolio. Mind you, my total portfolio is in the six figures, and so I'm holding a sizable bag of Solana at this given point, and I'm still just going to dollar cost average into this thing because the likelihood is here we're going to get better prices, and if I want to take some profits off of that, I can. If not, I can just let it ride. So obviously that's option number one. If you do want to see all of my portfolios, by the way, and what I buy, what I sell, all that stuff, I have a Patreon link down below. But the second option is here, well, maybe we can enter into some leverage, right? Maybe we can enter in with a long trade. No, I'm not shorting this thing from this given point. You could, and it probably can generate you some gains, but I'm not trying to guess at what point we're going to break to the upside. Knowing that this break to the upside is likely going to happen at some point, I'm not all that interested in playing that game, okay? But it could be a decent short trade. Now, if you do want to open up a short trade of that nature, what you can do is go over to Margex. You guys know I believe they're the best trading platform in the world. You don't have to KYC. You don't need a VPN. You can just deposit funds and just start trading with leverage. It's very easy, very easily usable, things of that nature. And they also can get you deposit bonuses of a couple $100 with my link down below. So make sure you go check them out. Stop wasting your time with other exchanges, okay? But like I said, a short trade here, probably not what I'm going to do, but it can provide gains. What I will be looking for, though, is a possibility of a long trade once we do break this key level of resistance. The likelihood is that once we break, boom, we're going to break. And even if we go down a little bit or back test a bit, over the macro, over the long term, during a bull market, Solana will almost always make a similar move in which it does continue upwards. I'm not saying that it's going to go to $130, $150, or $170. I'm just saying that if we go all the way down to, say, $73 and we break out, we might retest $100. And this could be a beautiful move of something of this nature of, 20, 30% on 3 to 5x leverage. Now you're seeing gains, right? It's so predictable. It happens almost all the time. And if I'm wrong and it doesn't do this, I'll just be wrong. I don't really care. I'm still going to dollar cost average one way or another and get these good buys. But man, it's just generally what happens. And so for me, I'm doing two things. Dollar cost averaging the way down. The moment we get the breakout to the upside, I am going to start opening up some stop loss provided leverage trades to the upside, expecting a possibility 15, 20% move of some sort of gain. So obviously, of course, that could be a nice little 80, 120% gainer on a little bit of leverage. So with that in mind, that's it for me in terms of Solana today. Quite simple, quite easy. I love descending channels of this nature. So I'll keep updating you as this one does play out. And of course, if you do, again, want to see the things that I'm buying, my portfolios and much more, check out the Patreon link down below. Then, of course, if you are looking to start trading somewhere with no KYC, no VPN necessary, go ahead and check out Margex. The link is also down there. But with that in mind, I will see you all very soon in the next update. Peace out, everybody.